evening, everybody. What's up?
What's up, the three amigos?
Okay, Carla.
How y'all living?
I'm trying to figure out why Julius Hall is in this hotel, in that hotel room.
Why he in the
I'm
hotel
not
room?
in a hotel room. I'm in the new headquarters for the radio station.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Since you wanted to know.
Oh, okay.
Since you wanted to know.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I thought he knowed
See?
everything.
Yeah. No, he liked to start trouble.
Oh, he didn't run and tell that?
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah, he liked to start trouble.
The ugliness of it all. Wow.
yeah. I'm in my new studio too.
I couldn't get back home to do what I needed to do. So I had to stop by and to record.
Oh, okay.
And somebody's recording the show while I do this show.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, you a jack of all trades. Jamal, you didn't run and tell that? You didn't know that?
Oh, yeah, I did. I told him. And I had to do other shows too. Yeah, I had to like run and tell him, like, listen, I have a life.
Oh.
And I was telling them, I said that we're gonna have a winter Tompkins Fest. We're gonna have a winter Tompkins Fest.
Well, the king of West Savannah should know. I guess you must be the king.
Yeah, that was saying right.
Yeah. The damn king ain't doing a good job of what's mess they got in West Savannah. Shit. Somebody need to be called the queen.
Yeah, well, we're going to ask Jamal to give us an update on the Sapelo Island tragedy that happened over the weekend. And if you can give us an update on everything that's going on and the particulars as far as you know, could you let our audience know what's happening, Brother Jamal?
All right. So on this past Saturday, on October 19th, it was the Sapelo Island Cultural Day, and that's a celebration done by sidecars. And on that day, what is interesting is that I've presented over there for several years now. And what happened this year was a little different. Usually I try to catch the first ferry. They tell me to catch the first ferry over there unless I'm doing something else and get over there late. And so this year, they had it set. Sidecars had it set, so that way it was supposed to be a smooth transition of people getting on the ferry. What occurred was that when I got there, I arrived there, and there were like hordes of people all just gathered around. Then I noticed Brother Adib Labiron, who is a videographer for me. He does videos for me. He was there with his family, Sister Sabrina, who farms at Promised Land. Y'all have seen her on the Run Tell That show. And so they said they had been in line for 2 hours waiting to get on the ferry. I knew that was unusual. That's not how it's usually done. Then I saw John Little, who is the executive director for a nonprofit in McIntosh County called MacSeed. And so we got on there. He told me he also waited 2 hours too. And so, but they had all these people coming up there, and it was like no order. So even people had been in line now saying, wait a minute, how are these other people just getting off the shuttle are not able to like almost come and bully their way up? And so I said, when we get over there, I got on the ferry. I said, when we get over there, I'm going to let the people know from sidecars know that what's happening on the mainland. So we got over there. I went, told them, they was like, and I said, before I do my presentation, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to bring this up. I'm letting me know that this is being done by the county and the state. They're the ones doing this as night sidecars because they had said we had it planned out so it'd be smooth. And so I got up. They told me, yeah, go and do it. So that's what I did. And so there's a photo that originally was published where I'm talking about this at that time. What then happened, I told folks that, the second time I came out to present, people were laughing, joking, because I mess with people, picking on people and stuff like that. And I myself I had wanted to get finished and get out of there, but people kind of hindered me from doing that by talking to me, and also taking photographs, and so I wanted to get out of there and could not get out of there, and so I ultimately got into a line and had to wait for the shuttle. And finally, what happened? They told us, they said, those you waiting on the shuttle, you need to take out your chairs and grab a seat, go sit down or something like that, because they said we've had a technical difficulty with the bridge, a technical issue with the bridge. Me knowing that Sapelo doesn't have a bridge like that, nothing compared to what we have over here in Chatham County. So I called up the program coordinator and I said, listen, I said, what y'all talking about some technical difficulty? And as I shared with other people, I heard in this sister's voice, she said to me, she said, like I could hear this concern. I'm like, I ain't thinking much about it. I'm like, the farmers are lying, waiting on the shuttle. She said, I'm coming for you. So then what happened, I'm coming to you. So I said, yeah. So I see her point to her, and she told me come to her. So when I go to her, she says, the bridge fell and people went into the water. And I'm looking like, what? So now I'm imagining people be getting on the ferry and the bridge falls apart and then that goes in the water. That means people go into the water. And so she said, we trying to get any first response, any nurses, any. I looked and I realized that's why folks were in the trucks going down. I'm like, even Julia's friend, Mayor Chris Stacy, Mayor Riceboro, he and I had been together. He got a ride on somebody's back of somebody's pickup truck just to get to the shuttle. I say, Chris done left me like that. He didn't even say, Jamal, come with me. So, but I'm like looking. So then I call Adib up, the videographer. I'm like, Adib, where y'all? What's going on? Because I want to find out. Because people not trying to find who may have gone into the water. What has happened? Adib was like, no, we all right. He said, I pulled 3 people out myself. And so then Sabrina said, I've been throwing, jackets into the water. And she said, babies are in the water. And that's not hit me like babies in the water. I'm like, what the world? And so they were like, it is wild. And so people were calling Keisha Gibson Carter, Sam Carter. They're trying to locate me because somebody else went to talk because my phone had died. So they told I must have was in the water. So people thinking I'm in the water. And so, but I'm calling people. I'm calling the mayor. And we making contact. It was a horrible situation. And so I called Randy Quarterman. So I have no problem saying the names of people. And so if I want to verify, I say, hey, did Jamal call you? I called Randy Quarterman. Because I had told people, my people who I knew how I was on the mainland. Randy then said to me, he said, Jamal, the same way you described it on the mainland, that's how it was when we were leaving. I said, see there? I said, no, they had no concern. This is our black media. This is not sidecars. This is Jamal Tarek. This is what I have said to people. I said it to the media. I said, they had no concern because this was a black event with black people. That's what I said to people, so they had no concern. And so now, what further cemented in my mind, up there, when we finally able to leave off the island, what occurs, J.R. Groban is standing up there. J.R. is like 3 feet away from me. And so now what they're doing, they're letting 10 people at a time go on the gangplank to get onto the ferry. J.R. said, this is what they should have been doing that morning. And I'm looking at J.R., that's right. So what it is, literally, no concern. And so now, I'm going to let y'all know, this is something I was naive about, didn't think about it. People make money off of death and tragedy. And so the next day, I was with Julius Hall. And so then people tell me to get on a Zoom call at 7 o'clock. I told them, I said, I got to go to dinner at 7 o'clock. I get on the Zoom call, and I am stunned to see the number of politicians and attorneys that are on the Zoom call. I'm thinking it was just going to be people like us, talking about what can we do to help the people, what can we do? They not on that. Ben Crump, some of our supporters, they're all right there on the Zoom call. NAACP folks, and I'm looking at this right here, but I'm looking at attorneys, all right there. Now, what did happen, I did talk to the attorneys and then texted them. They said they formed a Georgia coalition of the attorneys, so then that way they can make sure stuff is taken care of. Because they said the courts in Southeast Georgia, they don't play, and people coming from the outside don't know. But I know Ben Crump, Bakari Sellers, I'm told also, so be involved. And so I'm like, they were saying we need the people out of Georgia that now basically lead this right here. What then happened also, people are now getting clout off of people's pain. Because I'm let you know, some people I know, they have broken legs. They had surgery 2 days ago. Or no, yesterday they had surgery. And so this is going on. But people, a whole bunch of people got PTSD. Because there are people who witness folks going into the water, people not grabbing. But I gotta say, this is black folks right here. Black folks were heroes and sheroes on that day. Black folks went and grabbed people out the water. They were in their boats and they got people out the boats. One person was like, hey, listen, my baby is floating. Get my baby. And so people are not doing that. I'm telling you, black folks came together. When people try to criticize us, I'm like saying, no, this is how we are. And they did that. So I'm going to give y'all some other insight or something too that I found out. They said that one of the emergency vehicles, one of the boats, did not have gas. So one of the people who I know who was on Run Tell that, so if somebody want to try to doubt me about that, try to come at me, because I like people that try to come at me, he had to go get the gas for this emergency vehicle, for this boat. That emergency personnel get over there and didn't fill up with gas.
Wow.
Stuff. And so who were the people that not had to make it happen? It was once again the people making it happen. And right now, people come with these names and other stuff like that. I tell folks, don't use no name, no Sapelo 7, because yes, 7 people passed away, but you got hundreds of people who are now traumatized by this right here, from children. I got a mother telling me that her son did not want to go over a bridge, that he's so traumatized because he think the bridge is going to fall. So when people saying Sapelo 7, I said that is illegal and media concocted jargon that they're not doing. So somebody say Sapelo 7, get out of here, because you still got hundreds of folks who are still traumatized. And I'm sitting around looking at people trying to make money off of this right here and not be concerned about the pain and the anguish of the people. So that's what we've been trying to do, deal with that.
You have any update on the hospital?
Oh, so yesterday. So I showed you yesterday. And just to share with y'all, first they try to say the local here, because I said this to local news outlets.
Hello, I got an echo. I'll be right back, y'all. Tune in. This is the Rabble Show on Wednesday. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Let me go here. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay with me. This is the Rabble Show on our Black Media Network. I am America After Dark. That's Jamal. And then we got a one and only Juice Hall. Y'all hold on for a minute. Let me get back in the show.
Part of that is that J.R. Grosvenor and some other people had 4 months ago, they had complained about the issue with regard to that gangway, that bridge. But the state had ignored it. DNR ignored it. And so it just was lingering. So it just happened. And it happened at this moment when you now got people there for a festival. That again, but they had ignored it. And so guess what? Like I share with people again, this is not our black media. So I'm not saying that anybody need to look at them like that, or any organization. Jamal Touré said the state of Georgia, DNR, was not concerned about black folks because just like across the entire country, black issues are ignored. So when we speak about it, you ignore us, and then now this tragedy occurs. And that's why I'm like saying, hey, I'm not happy about people trying to profit off of it. But then guess what? We got to let people know that when we speak about the illness, the inequities, the unfairness, you better listen to us. If not, then one of your own will engage and have some pain. And that's why I told some folks on another session, I said that it's like the chicken's coming home to roost. Because now here goes somebody talking about this wonderful man and all this right here. I said, guess what? If his people had taken care of this right here, it would be no issue. He would be fine. He would still be living today. But here go us, we telling them the issue, but they ignore and brush it on off. And so there were some Caucasians also said there was issues, but then guess what? The state ignored it and ain't got no concern. And the state of Georgia is the one who operates the ferry. And so now they're trying to do is spin Dr. Move with regards to that. And so now what some people are concerned with is that Now, who's doing the investigation with regard to this? It's the state of Georgia. This is the state of Georgia. They're like, why would we have some independent person? And that's why I thought the NAACP from Savannah was going to be doing something that was independent. That's why I'm like, yes, sister, that's one of the emergency vehicles, one of the boats, absolutely did not have any gas. They ran out of gas when they tried to start to try to get the folks. They were like, they can't do it because they ran out of gas. So they didn't have gas. And so that person had to go get gas for them. And so that's what I'm like looking at. This is tragic. There's some vigils that are playing. You got people like BJ Dennis and others want to do some things for them. You know, in Bluffton, they want to do some things for them. We want to do some things. Again, that's what we did our show tonight, just to have the conversation about and show people that Black people were heroes and sheroes on that day. And we got to respect that. And that's what we do. That nobody got caught up in anything. But imagine, which I have video footage that I did show the folks, because Adib had the aftermath of it. And you see people in the water. And what was going on, that tide was going out. That current was going out. So here you go, people that were going out. And people like saying, why are they throwing the life preservers in there, life jackets in there, and it's not even by them? Because the people were being carried out by the current. That's what was happening. Literally being carried out by the current. And this happens, one person shared with me that this occurred like 1979. 1979, but they said nobody died then. So this was the second occurrence that this happened.
So have they looked at it to see whether the 300 people can really stand on that gangway?
Somebody told me that. Like I said, I haven't gone and checked it out, but I was going to pass it on to some other folks. I was going to pass it on to some of the, hey, listen, this is what somebody is saying that the state. So now I'll tell you this. I've gone over to Sapelo. I can't conceptualize 300 people being even on that gangway if that's what they're talking about, 300 people. I can't even conceptualize that. And that was a local company that made that, because it was made of aluminum, just to let y'all know, it's made of aluminum. So.
Okay. All right. Well, Bernard, you got anything before we go to a break?
No, that's tragedy. I know what 7 people died, 4 from Jacksonville, 3 from Savannah, 3 from Georgia. That's just my thing is this here, not throwing mud over mud. Why is always when something like this happened, always Crump and his folks always, always, man, always trying to benefit on us. And he looked like us. He come at our worst moments. Don't come at our happy moment. He always come at our worst moments. Just to see what he can get in his pocket. Man, I send my prayer out to the family, send my prayer out to, all the people that's there. And I seen that one of the guys, his goddaughter's baby was in the water. And he jumped in the water and grabbed the little boy. And people was calling, oh, you a hero here. He said, no, everybody out there was a hero. Same thing you said, Jesus. It's a shame, man. It's people don't care until when they knock on their door.
And that was the same one who said they should have been doing this morning. Now, again, like saying the number of people that, you counting on people. Because even when I was getting on the ferry to get back, when I'm on the mainland, I had my bags and had my guitar, and I'm like going up. And somebody else, they say, let him go by himself. So I'm like saying that's on the mainland, because out there you saw state troopers out there, you saw ambulance out there, you saw all that out there, yeah. So the same person said he was a hero, that he was the one that had made that statement. That's why I said people. You might want to dispute what I said. I give you the names of people. You will talk to them. And I said you will get the same thing what I'm spitting out right now. Because when I said this to those attorneys that night, was Crump, with all them on it, Brother Reginald Holmes, he said, Brother Teray is absolutely correct with regard to what he's saying, with regard to DNR and all that. So, yeah. So, it's all relatives like to dispute what I say. Like, even though I just try to give the truth. Let be that.
How can we dispute anything with somebody dressed like this?
Oh, I was wondering what that was you. Boy.
He was ready to go to Mona Lisa party, but he didn't get to the party. He was already dressed like a cowboy. It was cowboy night, and they messed him up with that, man. I tell you, man, they ruined a good thing, man. I tell you.
I expect you to put my business out there like that.
Man,
he's dressed like a cowboy already. Well, we'll be right back in about 1 minute or so, y'all.
And my boots on and all that.
Need your garments cleaned with care and with a professional touch? Then bring them to One Price Cleaners in Garden City at the Old Farmers Market on Highway 80. Service you can count on.
Hello, I'm Richard Colton, and I'm running for the office of Sheriff of Chatham County. And when I'm elected, I promise to inspect what I expect. Chatham County, it's time for a change, and that change is me, Richard Colton.
Okay, we got some interesting stuff. I don't know where everybody at tonight. Everybody seemed to want to take a vacation. I know Sandra's in Bible study. Charlie Brown is in Bible study, and so they'll be able to come back and lay hands on Bernard. They said that they would need to come and lay hands. So they're going to get the certified so they could do that and lay hands. I don't know where Sean and Cozy. They must have tonight or something. Sean and Cozy.
Cozy and Sean.
He's busy. Yeah, they out doing something. And Tiffany, she's out getting awards. So she was awarded today at one of the places, I believe, Game Changers or something like that.
Okay.
So we're proud of her. She's doing her thing. Yeah. So let's get on to our first so we can, it's just my little short video on eating to live.
Watermelon is good for weight loss. Peanut butter is good for weight gain. Coconut is good for oral health. Apple is good for longevity. Mangosteen is good for gut health. Raspberries are good for bone health. Oranges are good for brain function. Dragon fruit is good for heart health.
I don't think we need to do nothing but eat fruit now.
Man.
Mangosteen? What's that? Mangosteen.
I thought you would know.
I gotta go look at mangosteen.
Yeah, they ain't had no hibiscus on there. Where's it, Bernard?
Man, hey, that hit the boss rap, man. I had to change my diet, boy. Man.
That's why I played this.
That's
why I played
man,
this.
Shit.
You can see it.
I know. Man, I've been eating watermelon and all that. Man, I had a scare. I'm telling you. Let me tell people right now. When you get up in age, man, you got to watch what you eat. You know what I'm saying? And go get your checkup. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, those numbers come back and they in the middle, man. That tell you right now, and you need to change your whole lifestyle. I had to, man, but it was a scare. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I need to do some things too. You're absolutely correct. We're at that age where we need to continue to exercise and eat right if we want to add on to our years. Mm-hmm. And I'm guilty of it. I'm a workaholic. I work all day, every day. And I go to bed 12, 1 o'clock at night, sometimes later. And I'm just a workaholic, and I got to cut that out. Mm-hmm. I got to start doing stuff on increase my years. Because where I'm trying to increase the wallet, you are chasing a dollar, mm-hmm. chasing that bankroll, chasing that bag, all mm-hmm. these terms they use. Mm-hmm. And one term they could do is you can't chase nothing from the grave.
That's it. Yeah.
So I got to do better. I really mm-hmm. got to do better.
Nah, we all have to, man. I mean, we good people, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. We can't save the whole world. We try, but hey, the whole world gonna be here when we done gone. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, all we can do is our little part.
Yeah, and stay
We got,
healthy. Trust me, man. My blood
yeah.
pressure went up there, man. I ain't know I had. I was like, man, I ain't know how blood pressure can get that high. You know.
We ain't got but 2 more days to celebrate. We'll celebrate homecoming this weekend, then we'll celebrate when Kansas City wins the Super Bowl.
Damn.
Jamal
Well,
almost got attacked wearing that Raider stuff inside the Falcons Dome this week.
oh yeah, man. Y'all ain't even told me y'all was coming.
Seahawks, Seahawks, Seahawks.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna. I wanted to show y'all something. These are the Seahawk fans along with Jamal. I didn't show this last time. This is some. Did I show the video of the people looting the train?
I don't see.
What?
Live over the west side.
Mike Lorber is over the scene by a rail yard in Austin. There's police activity. You can see it's impacting the commute. Mike, what can you tell us about what's been happening? Is this picture we're looking at looks like a chase of some sort?
A lot's been going on in the last 40 minutes. And that was about an hour ago when the Chicago Police Department dispatched that some freight trains were being burglarized in the area of Lake and Lockwood. It's actually just north of Lake Street. This is the train line that houses the Metro UP line, which is stopped at this time, by the way. We've been here in Sky 5. We have seen people taking things off of trains, loading them into cars, and then speeding away. This is Lake and Kilpatrick. This is about a block east of Cicero Avenue, where I've seen people going in. A lot of people. We're talking about dozens and dozens of people, dozens and dozens of vehicles. Things been taking off of freight cars, loaded into vehicles, and those vehicles are driven away. You can see multiple people, and Metro has confirmed this for us, although we've seen it from our own eyes here in Sky 5, people taking merchandise off of the trains, loading it into vans and cars, and driving them away. Metro Police has been here. We've seen about a half a dozen Metro squads. They continue to come in. Chicago Police Department has been here a bit as well. We do not know if there are any arrests at this time, but again, Metro issuing a statement here due to this happening, and then there's a large amount of open rail cars, and as you can see, debris all over the track. Those Union Pacific West Line trains that run out of the city, I want to say the Milwaukee West Line train might be affected by this as well. They are stopped at this time. A lot to take in, a lot going on. It is still going on. People are going up onto the train tracks, taking merchandise. That's what we've seen in Sky 5 and loading it into vehicles as the police go rolling in. We'll keep you posted here.
Ain't that something?
That was Falcons fans.
But wasn't that something though? You got guys, Bernard, you saw that one, he was just tossing and everything. He must be the leader. And he had no mask on or nothing. You know they're going to zoom in and get his face, and he's going to jail for each one of them TVs. And they had big old flat screens they were toting off and all, man.
Yeah.
Man, what the hell? And then the stuff he throwing down off of the darn, he throwing it down off of the train. If it's electronics, he breaking it all up. Ain't no good.
Man, people don't realize it's camera everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
it's camera everywhere. You know, they gonna get
But
you.
you saw how brazen they were, though, Bernard?
Yeah.
The police was right there. They were walking by the police with the boxes. What the hell?
Hey, that
That
Chicago.
was special, man.
Man.
That was real special, man. I say, wow.
Yeah.
There go your cousin. It was a rumor that your cousin had got somebody had him this week, but it was a false rumor. But you know, we talk about this guy all the time. He gives some good information, but then he's a target. He got a target on his back. You know, let's listen to it.
White people hate black people,
Yes,
or they just don't understand us.
hate us. They understand us. They made us. They educate us. What you mean they don't understand us? They educate us. 95% of school teachers are white in America. What you mean they don't understand us? Most of them are our probation officers. Most of them are our judges. What you mean they don't understand us? They're reading our files. They know our history. They know our history better than we know it.
They don't understand the struggle, though. That's what I mean. They
do understand the struggle. They created it for us to struggle. They know what the struggle does to us. Believe me, we don't know. That's why we try to embrace the struggle like it's something. That's why we put the struggle over a middle class life. You didn't get it out the mud.
Yeah.
They know we don't understand the struggle. Nah, homie, we got it wrong. They understand that you need a mother and a father to almost raise a successful child in this country. They understand that. They'll marry a fat white girl that'll stay home and nurture the kids, but she's fat. She's not fine. You see what I'm saying? They'll make sacrifices because we won't. We the ones who don't get it.
What y'all think? Charleston White.
Yeah.
Charleston White, very controversial.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jamal. I'll let you take that one first.
I was just gonna say Charleston White can put out some good information, but then also he can give out some bad information at the same time. And so with that, it's like saying, these people have you thinking. That's why I was gonna say that's why you have people in the media tell you to get it out the mud, you ain't get out the mud and other stuff like that. Because again, they stroking your mind for you to do stuff like that, and you make that like that's something normal. When that's abnormal, again, for you not to be successful, and that the only way you get success is that you got to be through hardship and through pain and anguish and so on. And they have us spitting that stuff out and promote that stuff, and so then we buy into it. We don't even understand because that's just entertainment. That's just fantasy. That's not something. That's not real. We supposed to be successful. We supposed to have a husband, wife, have mother, father. We supposed to have these things. We supposed to be decent to one another.
Yeah. He says things. It's like a roller coaster. He said, this, and then he say that, and I want to piggyback on this, Sam. And I'm a firm believer. Know this: all white people don't like. All white people don't. Hate black people. It's just like saying all black people hate white people. You have some hate this, I can't understand why in this country where people hate people because of their skin or whatever. I'm not going to be, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to be controversial enough to have our kids get mixed up on what we trying to say. Just like, you know what I'm saying? What to believe and what not to believe. Keep it 100. You can do whatever you want to do in this country if you do it right. Because if you do it wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's like this here. I always say this here. My mama always tell me, son, whatever you do in the dark will come to light. Keep God first in your life. I mean, we all have misunderstanding on different colors or whatever. But I'm not going to say some things that I know my grandkids hear. And then they come back and ask you. Then you look like a fool because you're embarrassing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Kids know.
Yeah, and you make a great point, Bernard. It's I think when they're talking about the establishment. They're talking about the establishment, and then they're talking about the racists. Because you do have a bunch of racists, and you got a bunch of the establishment that even if they don't hate you, they're doing things to aggravate the hate so that they can keep you down and so that they can make money. So that's part of the problem also. So it's just things. We come a long way, but we got so much further to go in this country. And it's a long journey. And until we become unified and start doing things in a collective way, we're going to always be in that sunken pit. I reach down and I bring you up. You reach back and you bring Jamal. Jamal reach back and he brings in somebody else. It's got to be together. There's nothing wrong with you having pride in who you are and where you came from. It's what you do with those circumstances that cause you, that you grew up in, and see how you make yourself a better person. That's just my thought. Go ahead, Bernard.
Go ahead,
Jamal, I saw you was ready to.
I was going to say this, and you see him also wearing a Trump Save America hat, cap on his head. Again, that's why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The insanity type stuff. That again, you look at that like,
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think part of his thing is he said some good stuff that, and then the rest of his stuff is controversy so that he could get his numbers up. You know, and they paid him $10,000 an interview. Did you see him? And you saw him in Cam Newton.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all got to go and watch that short version of him and Cam Newton. The boy is super smart.
He is.
I don't know
Yeah.
where he get that gene from. He's super smart.
Yeah.
And he was involved in a murder at age 14.
Mm-hmm.
Went to prison, stayed in and out of jail and juvenile, and you know he's a walking success story, right?
Yeah.
But he got some people after him. You know, you got all these gang members looking for him.
Yeah.
But I like Dodge and dipping Dodge now.
Yeah.
You know, he came here and was giving out food one time, right, Jamal? And over there on Lincoln Street, he was out there on Lincoln Street at some event. Yeah. You know,
with your ultimate Dietrich Leggett.
Yeah.
And him and Woody together here in Atlanta. Only thing I can say about him, man, he know what sell. And he came from nothing to something. And I don't understand with this country. You got to be controversial. You got to be. People love controversy. They don't like no ride in the dog story. They like controversy, period. And you know that's why they love that dumbass Trump. You know what I'm saying? You know, wake up call. Got to.
Oh yeah, I haven't said the police had their body camera on those guys. They ain't had to chase them. They ain't no need to fight them. You can't stop all of them. Mm-hmm. So your body cam, and you walk around, the police got their body cam, they got you.
Yeah.
They come back and get you the next day. You know? Yeah. With 10 or 12 of them knocking on you.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah, so it's terrible. Jamal, this is for you. It's a 2-minute video on how to break a slave. This is some older stuff.
South Carolina and North Carolina plantation owners went to Germany to find out how they could control our fathers and mothers on the plantation, because they were getting out of hand. They were burning the houses down. They were killing white folk. They were doing everything negative about being in captivity. They were never slaves. They were prisoners of war, the War of 1591. So what happened was they sought the advice of an expert in Songhai history. Now, his name was Johann Blumenbach, and he was the head of the Department of History at the University of Göttingen in Germany. How many of you know this? I know you was taught this in college and everything, all you college folks. Well, when they sought his advice,
right,
they said, do they know that they're the Songhai people? So the plantation owners who traveled over there to seek his advice said, well, of course they know that they come from the great Songhai Empire. Well, that's your problem. You can't let them know that they came from greatness, from grandeur, from beauty, from sophistication. You'll never be able to control them. So the plantation owner said, well, how can we prevent it? I mean, the mothers and the fathers would tell the children, say, you came from Timbuktu and you came from the city of Jané, and that's where we were born. And then the Europeans came over and invaded us in 1591 and marched us to the seas, to the waiting ship. Man, you can't allow them to teach that to their children. That's why you want to stop it. Here's how you do it. Here's why you don't know where you're from. Boom.
I don't know what happened to that video. I think it got damaged, that video. But he was just giving an illustration of what they did. They made you think that you were somebody else. And when you can make somebody think that there's somebody else, then you can control that person.
Yeah.
And that's what has been happening here for so long. We're here to give out information. A lot of it is going to be controversial coming up in the next couple of weeks. But it's going to have to make you look at things in a different way. A lot of it is talking about the church. A lot of it is talking about the Bible. Religion is one of those control mechanisms. And we're just going to put it out. You listen to the facts. You listen to what we're putting out. This is history, and go from there with it from there. Yeah. What say you?
And he absolutely right, man. People, and Jamal say this all the time. You say this all the time too. If you don't know your history, you don't know where you come from. Tell the people we was kings and queens. Okay, we was the people. We still are the people. It just somehow they mixed the story up. They changed the story. Like what's it, 1591? European came over here. The Indian was here. They came and stole the country. We built the country. Boom, boom, boom. They think we say that just to say that. No, it's history. That's why I can walk with my head up high, and you can walk with your head up high, knowing that y'all taught y'all kids the history of us. Don't let nobody teach our story. They don't know it. They don't know it. And that's why they do the things that they do to us. And know what? No, we allow them to do that to us. Now we allowing it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Okay, so at the end of the day, man, keep your head up. I'm glad to be black. And I'm going to leave this world again and come back. I'm going to come back black. Black as hell. And ain't nothing against the other. Ain't nothing against the other race. Ain't nothing against the other race. But I done seen where we done came from. 3 country ass boys from Savannah, Georgia, and we here on a podcast talking our talk, and ain't got to worry about shit, and ain't anybody we paying our own bills. Man, Negro, please.
But there's 2 countries, one domesticated guy. You know,
yeah, but we love him. That one over in that right left hand corner, man. Hey, you can't help but love this dude, boy. And I tell people about Jamal. When y'all are, if you are in the company of Jamal, you won't even know it's him because he don't say shit. He the quietest man in the room, but the loudest man on the podcast. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to say this. I'm trying to figure out, why does Julius say God? Why does Julius say God?
No, Julius loves God. Julius understands that there is a God. Julius understands how important God is in your life. What I'm trying to tell you is that the pastor isn't God. What I'm trying to tell you is that the church isn't God. So there's a lot of stuff that you'll be seeing, and you ask that question later on.
Yeah, we seeing it now. We seeing it now, man.
Yeah. Next video. Here go your boy. Here go your other boy, Bernard.
Selfish enough. Motherfuckers go all day trying to please other people and shit, and you forget you got to please your star player, the motherfucker that's in the mirror looking at you every goddamn day. You a real motherfucker, they hate you with every fucking thing they got. They can't stand it.
If you real, Bernard, like you real, they hate you. Jamal is real, they hate you. When you're real like y'all, when you real, they hate you with everything they got. You know why? Because they can't be that real. They can't see themselves being as real as y'all are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all just keep it real. You know? You tell it like it is every day, doing all your shows and saying what's on your mind. Jamal, he run and tell that. Every time he get a chance, he running and telling it. And, you know, and only one good thing about what we're doing, and I got to get Jamal to get on board with it, we got to start more having a cataloging history. You know, cataloging history. These things we're doing now will be somewhere in the air forever. But I got to start cataloging Jamal's history. We don't have a grant or anything where maybe somebody can fund it, where we can start cataloging the history that's in this man's head. The history that's in Mr. Thornton's head, the history that's in Ned Williams's head, the history that's in Charlie Brown's head, the history, in all our great people, historians who can recall some, not the ones who are selling us out now, who giving the farm away.
Yeah.
But those ones who really are concerned about passing along our history, and we need to record it because somebody can refute something that's false later on. How Jamal said, when the truth arrives, falsehood must perish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy, man, I was so focused on trying, coming back to Savannah, Georgia. I was so focused on Savannah, Georgia and see what's going on in Savannah, Georgia. I didn't realize in Marietta, Georgia, right under my sheet, that it's a lot of corruption is going on. You know what I'm saying? And Cobb County School of Board Education done took 32, almost 40 books out the school. And I'm looking at it and I'm reading and I'm like, you know what? Wait a minute now. I need to turn around and focus right here in Marietta, Georgia, where my grandkids at, and find out who to vote for or not to vote for. And so I'm sitting out there, right? And I was at downtown Marietta. And so I was getting a big chicken. And so what happened was all these, older white folks and older black folks, they got a sign up that say no taxes, no, no, no. So I said, you know what? I'm going to say no. And I said, you know the reason why I'm going to say no? Because y'all say no. Because these people, I said, we don't need to be out here. We're the young folks. We're the young folks out on the street trying to do something. I'm like, no, 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 no. I got the number, man. I got to focus on my neighborhood and stop focusing on other people's neighborhood that don't give a damn about me, Savannah, Georgia. Period.
Jamal.
I mean, yeah, we got to focus on us. I agree with you. But I still go back to, why do Jews all hate Jesus? Jews all hate Jesus.
There go your shout out right here, Jamal. Hold on. We're gonna we'll be right back, and then we're going to shout out.
I mean, my friend, your Savannah homeboy, Clarence Thomas, made sure that I don't go to prison.
So Julius is in there talking to Trump. Oh, I'm telling.
Yeah, y'all didn't know I was Trump. Me and Trump were friends.
That's right.
Yeah. Every time I see that, I say, damn, Jules, you talking to Trump. Damn, boy.
Stay friends.
But now I'm going to give you and Jamal y'all flowers now, and here's a shout out to y'all.
Ups to my black man. Because y'all getting a bad rap right now. I really don't believe as many of y'all are falling for that trap. But I also know that while the most solid voting block that we have is black women for Democrats, we know that right behind black women is black men. It ain't no other demographic that votes as strongly for the Democrats as black men. So let me just make sure I acknowledge that in the first place. The second thing, again, when I go back to talking about this has to be about you. It's not about them. It has to be about you. And when you got a candidate that's out there talking about, you know what, I'm upset about these progressive prosecutors that have decided that they want to go after law enforcement when they kill one of y'all like a dog in the street. Listen, he's trying to give them criminal immunity because we finally have some prosecutors that we got elected that decided that our lives matter. And so I don't know how it is that you could ever justify voting for somebody that would be okay with them literally taking your lives, especially over $1,200, if that is your justification, especially since you need to holler at Auntie Nancy, because Nancy was the Speaker of the House, and it was her legislation that she pushed forward with. All Trump did was slow down your checks by deciding that he wanted to put his name on it, because this was not...
Give y'all that money.
He didn't.
And so in this opportunity, black men shouldn't have any questions, because black women are... A black woman that saved your life. In more ways than one, whether it's a grandma on her knees praying, whether it's your mama making sure that you had an after-school program to go to so you wouldn't be doing the wrong thing, or whomever, a black woman that saved your life So I'm not asking you for undying loyalty in this moment for somebody you might not connect with. What I'm asking you to get in step, because it's our job, as we keep saying, to make the future that we want to see, and we have to start somewhere. You can't complain until you feel like it's right for you to join in. You have to be the change that you see.
Yeah.
So that's y'all roses right there.
Oh, and they fine too. And they fine. Hey, I'm telling you. Let me say this. I got to give my black women roses too, man. It's nothing against other race, because I don't know about other race, but it's nothing like a black woman, man. They may tell us about our ass, hit us in our head, but they got our back. You know what I'm saying? And she was right. And when Obama told Trump ass up the other day, and I keep telling y'all thought I was crazy. Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. The plan was already put. The playbook was already there. They give that fool, say, hey, it's a pandemic coming. Here come the playbook. This is what you do. And he ignored it. Now, a lot of folks done killed. You had more people die in the United States than you had in Canada was ready for it. And if any black man, I'm telling you right now, black man, I'm looking in the camera at y'all ass, who y'all say Trump gonna do this, and Trump ain't gonna do shit for you. He gonna send your black ass right back to Africa. Y'all think that man got y'all? Y'all better get Project 25. We'll email it to your black ass. Period. The words that come out of my mouth is not our black media, is Bernard Brown. Where it say Bernard M. Brown, that means make America great again. I damn sure is, y'all. Y'all, you better have a wake-up call. Who the hell gonna feed you and you broke? A black woman. Period.
All right. Jamal?
We can go on.
Okay. Here's your girl. Y'all make this make sense for me. I'm trying to confuse. Y'all make this make sense.
Is so wealthy that she buys expensive and ridiculous things. Reportedly, she owns a dress adorned with gold and diamonds worth about $10 million, which has attracted public attention. Additionally, she has numerous properties, including a villa in Orleans, valued at around $60 million. She also owns a collection of luxury yachts and cars for hosting parties and vacation. In her music career, she has sold over 100 million albums and earned $500 million from global tours. Aya Nakamura is a brand ambassador for several well-known brands, especially Lancome. She has also collaborated with brands like L'Oreal and Adidas, further showcasing her influence in the fashion and beauty industries. She has often worn jewelry from Cartier, Tiffany & Company, and Bulgari, and attended red carpet events in high-end brands like Chanel and Balmain. Besides her music-related income, Nakamura is also involved in entrepreneurial activities. She is interested in various business sectors, including investments in real estate and technology, which have earned her millions. Interestingly, all these assets combined have resulted in her net worth being only $3,000. Do you think she has bought expensive and ridiculous things?
Her net worth is $3,000, rich as she is. Now, I can't make it make sense. Can y'all explain it? Probably we need some financial person here to really break it down. She's that rich and ain't got nothing.
Well, no, I was going to say that, which, you know, and I'll say this, we do this in the United States, we do it around the entire world. They have the money's put into something else. I would say that personally, she may not own it, personally, but her corporation, her business, and those other entities are the ones who get the money, and that's what it is. And they just do it. It's like gifts that are given to her and other things like that. She got that other entity that's doing it. It's just that, you know, what many wealthy people do. It's just a tax game. It's just a shelter game of their wealth. And so, and even I say something like that, that right there is to help further put her out there, cause further notoriety for her. You know, it's saying that what happened, you ain't got nothing in your name, but guess what? There's this corporation and all this other stuff that, again, you got all your, you know, that you still benefit from. And if it comes down to it, you will gladly have that change around in the future. But,
yeah. It's no different than you think grandmama is broke, but grandmama got $1 million under that mattress. Yeah. Grandmama, where you get that money from?
Okay, now this is a lead into our next week for a bunch of stuff that we're going to be saying. Jamal, don't hate God, okay? But I'm going to tell you why I do what I do, because I believe in some of the things that these people are saying, because they're saying that y'all just hearing it from me. You need to hear it from them. Woosah. Look, but listen, you don't agree with Gino? Tell me whether you agree with Gino, Jamal.
What's the problem with preaching prosperity?
First and foremost, one should ask, who's the one that prospered from the message? It's never the people. It's always the preacher.
That's deep.
They buy his cars. They pay his rent. They buy his houses. They buy his planes. They buy his yacht. The people don't prosper. The preachers put the people on a guilt trip, and they make it
just like psychology.
Just that's all it is. It's religious psychology, religious propaganda, and they put the people on such a guilt trip that make them believe if you don't give an X amount of money, you won't be blessed of God, or God won't bless you. I don't want to serve a God that if I don't have no money, he can't do nothing for me. I don't believe God is that incompetent. And I know God is not incompetent at all. So the prosperity plan, the only ones that have prospered and will prosper is the preacher. Look at Creflo Dollar. He said the Lord told him, get a plane. The congregation raised $65 million and bought him a plane.
So you don't think God preached to him, gave him that message?
Go get a job and go to work.
I asked him, but you don't. So
No.
Yep.
Jamal, what? You don't like that message by Gino? He's a God-fearing man. He preaches Christianity. So he's talking about them preachers. And he got a big giant church with a bunch of followers. But he wants the people to prosper. And this is the message I've been saying forever. It's about the people. Even these politicians, they get to thinking it's about them. They have become the pastors. Yes, speak for us, but also make it better for us. And that's not what the preachers are doing, and that's not because if the preachers wanted to make it better for us, they'd have their whole congregation out voting. They'd have their whole congregation out feeding the people. They have their whole congregation out cleaning up these neighborhoods and policing them. The preachers don't care. All they care about is what that man just said.
Yeah. 110% Gino was right. Gino was right. I mean, I'm so tired of these good for nothing son of a, you know what? Shut your mouth, Bernard. I'm telling you. Man, a preacher can't, only thing a preacher can do to me is wave his hand by, and I'm going out another direction. Trust me. I got to that point, man. Anytime somebody say they're a preacher, I'm like, oh, I'm going this way. I mean, because it's ridiculous. Growing up, it wasn't like this, man. Preachers was preaching. They was daddies, and they helped the community, man, and they made it right. These preachers are just looking for what they can get. Who in the hell gonna raise $65 million for your little gay ass, to get on a plane? To get on a plane. $65 million? And then none of his people was on that plane. Now look at him now.
I would say Reverend Ike once said, the best thing you can do for the poor is not to be one of them.
Shit, man.
That's Reverend Ike.
Yeah.
My mama used to send money to Reverend Ike.
Yes, man. I'm telling you.
All out. I bet all out.
I'm telling you. And Reverend, I had a lot of baby oil too on their head. Shit. Jamal, don't get mad, man. You can talk about the preacher. Come on, man. That's what we do here. What you got to say?
Gino hates T.D. Jakes. He hates T.D. Jakes. He is not a good man. He hates T.D. Jakes.
Yeah, right about now, T.D. Jakes is some shit he need to be hating.
I don't think he hates T.D. Jakes. He just exposes preachers
there you go.
That take advantage of their congregations, and that's what. When you hear me speak about these preachers, that's what I be doing.
Yeah.
Let me give y'all. Said that was a little spiritual. Let me give you a little joke of the day.
Dude comes to my house, he knocks on the door, and he lets me know that he's been sleeping with my wife. So I ain't never seen the guy before, so I can't just take his word for it. But I listened to him. He gave me his long description, And after that, I went back inside. So I approached my wife with her. I let her know the conversation I had with the guy. And of course, she just kept denying it, said, oh, I'm not messing around on you. And I ended up just losing it, man. I kicked her out, told her she had to pack all this stuff, she got to go. It was crazy after all this time and effort I put into this relationship, and she can't even be honest and faithful with me. So like a week later, I ended up seeing the guy out at the mall. And I went over to him. I'm talking to him, and he had let me know that, he and my wife went on a little short vacation. He showed me some pictures. And, come to find out, it was this other girl I was fucking with.
Hey, that's just like us, baby. You got the wrong one.
That was Jamal's front on AmericaAfterDark.
Man, that was Jamal all the way. That was the baby mama and all that.
His wife, the baby mama. Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, that was a good one, boy. Hey, that's just like us, man. The wrong woman.
Yeah, here's your business tip of the week. Business tip of.
Okay, how many of you guys realize that by December 31st, you have to fill out, if you have an LLC, let them know, y'all, they have to fill out what? Beneficial ownership report, or else there's a fine of what? Tell them, Tanya.
$5.95 a day.
Not $5.95
Up to
$100,000. $595 a day.
Up to $100,000.
And if you have multiple LLCs,
do it for everyone.
You have to do it for everyone, and you do not have to pay for it.
Yep, it's free, and if you do not have your EIN number, just Google it, call the IRS. They have a designated line, and they'll get you that EIN number.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's how we get the word out. We don't want anybody getting those fines. All right, back to business.
Well, my problem is I just paid $300 for my phone because I didn't file my own. Yeah, I just got to get that paperwork and start filing my own. I just paid today. Man. I mean, because I know that was one of the tips that my my financial people told me that I had to get done before the end of the year. So I just told her to go ahead and start, and she started on the two of them, and then she got to do 2 more. But I went ahead and paid her because it's a form, I'm sure, that you got to just fill out. I just didn't have time to go look at it and do it myself, which I'll probably end up doing later on. But she filled them out and sent it in. And one of them was kind of lengthy because one of them is a nonprofit. And so she filed all that paperwork and got it all done.
Yeah.
But that was something else. You didn't have to do it for the nonprofit. You had to do it for the LLC, but she still had to do some nonprofit paperwork for it.
Man, she talking about the call outs. Man, you know what? Getting the IRA, man, trust me. You call, they put you on hold, the speaker, man. But when you owe them, they burning your house down to try to get the money. I'm trying to get in touch with them for 3 weeks and still haven't, man. I'm like, you know what?
But you owe them?
No, I don't owe them. Somebody stole my identity. Yeah, and said I made told me, say, my people that I get, say I made $76,000 last year, 2023. I said, look, mama, I ain't worked in 6 years, so I know damn well that ain't me, So, no, brother. I mean, I know back when I was in Savannah, I know they sent me something, but I really didn't pay no attention. I thought it was like, okay, cool. So I don't know what happened. So I'm like, wait a minute. That's one thing, y'all. Don't mess with my check. Trust me. So I'm going to go down there Wednesday and sit in that long line just to get in the door.
Okay. Well, Jamal, make sure you file for your LLC.
Yes, that's right.
I'm sure that, like they say, it don't cost nothing. I'm sure that it ain't but one piece of paper that you have to file out. Just tell who the beneficiary of your LLC, who the person that's still running it. You got. So I don't know.
She said December 29th?
You got by the end of the year or something, she said. Y'all give me y'all opinion on this right here. This is something that we probably would be running on Ebony Sports Reporters, but y'all give me y'all opinion right now.
See, I had a lot of respect for Angel Reese until I realized something. Let me explain. See, at first I believed the hype like, yo, we gotta protect the black sis because they trying to compare her to Caitlin Clark and scrutinize her name. And then I realized Angel Reese is just a female version of the rapper who get a big-ass record deal but can't stop going to the hood because he want everybody to make sure that they know he's still one of them until it's too late. Or the dude who grew up in the suburbs but want to tell everybody he's from the hood because he got a few homies out of there and gets himself in trouble that he should not be in. So you let this chick who got dumped by a white boy for Taylor Swift talk about not going 50-50, but in the same conversation says she couldn't even pay no car note when he left her. Why you entertaining this knowing you got over $1.8 million in endorsements? See, you had us out here supporting you when you was up there crying about being sexualized and being a victim, but every time I see you, you double-cheeked up. How I see you double-cheeked up more than I see you getting double-doubles, and every 5 seconds you talking to a ratchet rapper or somebody's side chick. Make it make sense. If you go on Twitter right now and type in Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, you'll see a bunch of clean images of Caitlin Clark and a bunch of basketball highlights. But Angel Reese, all you see is negative write-ups of her and her ass cheeks out. She's about 2 seasons away becoming a rapper's baby mama versus being a potential Hall of Famer. Now, when all else fails, Angel, don't try to cry victim and say black women are disempowered because you chose to show your ass cheeks instead of being a good role model for what a black woman with some money and fucking making history should look like. You did it to yourself. I'm gone.
Man, I totally disagree with that little punk ass dude just said.
No, I totally agree with it.
No, I don't.
Totally.
Nah.
Bernard has the floor. Bernard has the floor.
Nah. I totally disagree. I because at the end of the day, is I see a lot of women's running around with their ass cheek and this, and I see a lot of all that. And with her, she come from a good family. Her daddy, mama, all of them. It is what it is. If that's the case, you might well say all the rapper girls like that. You might well say, you know, when I heard that, I want to jump through the damn TV. Because at the end of the day, if you feel that way, okay, I understand that. You said it. Drew, you said it. You said it. You said, okay, we the news, and then you have to, if you don't want to comment on it, you don't have to. But I have to like say this here. I'm not gonna kill. I'm not gonna go. He messing with that damn woman character, and I didn't like that shit.
No, she messing with her character.
No, all of them do that, Jew. All of them like that. All of them like that. If you talking about her, all of them should be like that.
And I interrupt him.
All of them.
This is not Ebony's social.
Oh, so you want Caitlin Clark to show her little skinny ass and hanging out with the rappers and all that shit? Ain't nobody want to see that. If Angel Reese want to, hey, girl, you show your ass, you show your cheek, and everybody gonna be watching. So little punk boy, you mad because she probably turned you down.
Jamal,
I'm gonna say I think that he has some self-hatred issues, and he also plays a role with regards to sexualizing black women, all the negative commentary, conversations that are thrown out there. And he talked about Caitlin Clark. That's just one of many. You got you have college athletes with their NILs, these Caucasians, these twins, and you see them out there. You don't say nothing about that, but once again, you go and sexualize black women. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say, no, instead, the same thing we talked about miseducation, you brought into the miseducation. And with Caitlin Clark, that's something totally different. We already know what the story is about with regard to her. And I will go and say this right here. If Caitlin Clark has some shape and some other attraction, she will be sexualized too, because the WNBA has also said to some of them, and that's what part of criticism, and to the lesbians, like, hey, listen here, we need y'all to be a bit more effeminate with regard to that, and that's part of the issue. So when he's saying that, he acting like that's just an Angel Reese thing. When I'm like, hey, why you don't say nothing about the Caucasian women? You could easily go and say that, but I said no, and you go and just go and get the stereotypes, because it's easy to attack us, but it's so hard to attack Caucasian, because I tell them just like this, you are like other black people. You understand you can attack a black person faster than you attack the Caucasian. You will say nothing about Caucasian. So that's what I was going to say to him.
Well, I don't think that he was sexualizing her. I think that he cares about her. He didn't do that because he don't like. That's my perspective. I'm looking at it from he's telling the damn truth. Oh, let me get this thing from me. He's telling the damn truth. Every time I look, she got some ass cheek out some goddamn way, hand with some fucking rappers. Next thing you know, she gonna be shot up on the street some goddamn way. She doing too much. Okay, you got your NIL, you got your contracts, you got all that. Girl, work on that. Every time you look, her ass cheeks out somewhere. What my granddaughter gonna look at when she want to play basketball and she looking at Angel Reese? No, she's not a great role model.
No, it's a lot of them not a great role model.
We're talking about a lot of them.
No. When we talk, we can't. But we cannot just point her ass. You can't point her out. We talk about.
Right now.
No, we talk about. We can talk about all of them, Jewel. We can talk about all of them.
I got the flow, Jamal.
Hey.
He has the flow.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're not talking about all of them. We're talking about her because we care about her.
Yeah.
She became this national icon that we all cared about. Basketball Barbie. She's that girl. So we want the best for her.
Yeah.
But she's trying to ruin it. And he ain't lying.
Yeah.
2 years from now, she'll be some basketball player baby mama.
Yeah. But
and out of everything.
Yeah. But she was doing it. She was weighing over before she became like she became. At the end of the day, all of them do it. How we know she weighing that if we ain't looking?
I ain't never saw her in that till recently. She wore nice clothes and she was dressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you went on her Instagram page? Have you went on her social media? Nah, I don't know. I ain't never seen her. The only thing I seen was her like that. Trust me. I ain't never seen her with a long dress on, not showing. I always see her ass out, this and that, and all that. Period. And the rest of them.
I'm gonna say I've seen her in a variety of clothing. So when you say I haven't always seen her with her behind out, but then also I say just like he go after her like that, have he gone after male athletes like that? You know, have he gone after male athletes and entertainers like that? He ain't
you might get around to it. We're not talking about them right now. We're talking about her.
And my understanding that she's been involved, or at least hanging out with athletes.
Yeah.
Also, so he said just because again, I'm gonna say he bought into the stereotype and that he's an enemy to us because he feeds and perpetuates the stereotypes. So I gave my opinion on it. We can move on to the next subject.
Save her ass. That's what he really doing. He need to wake up.
He want her ass.
He wanted it, can't get it.
He might want that too.
Yeah, he can't handle it, little boy.
He might want that too.
You need some honey.
He can't get her.
We brought in $1.3 trillion last year as a people. Out of 226 nations on the earth, that makes black people in America the 8th richest nation. We brought in $600 billion more than Spain, $700 billion more than Mexico. Yet Spain has 46 million people like we do, and they maintain a 208,000 square mile landmass, and they own everything. Mexico has 131,700,000 people, and they're maintaining 771,500 square miles with half the money we have. Yet they have whole countries, and we don't have nothing we can call our own. Something happened to us. We got to get back into what they call today financial literacy. But we got to do it quick because we got to start doing something for ourselves. We got the dollars. We just need some more sense to go with them dollars. We need some more sense because right now we the leaders in unnecessary spending. We always buying stuff we don't need with money that we don't have from people that we don't like to impress people that we don't even know. And the Negro, the black mind right now has been hardwired where happiness is connected to spending when it needs to be hardwired to investing and to save. And if we can renegotiate the contract in the black psyche, well, happiness to spending, to investing and saving, I think we'll be able to build a bright future for our people.
Was that thing skipping on y'all too?
No.
Y'all heard all of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it must be skipping. It was skipping on me.
No, it was that Angela Reed thing, which it was Angela got you. It was Angela got her.
Well, he make a lot of sense, Jamal, and that's what I was talking about. Us pooling our money, doing things in a collective manner instead of always trying to act like we are always separate. You know, you're separate and unequal, and you believe that, and that's the way that you stand. 8th richest nation in the world if we put our money together, but we don't want to do that. There's no such thing for us because we're selfish. We've been groomed and natured and brainwashed and controlled into being that way. And that's Jamal's brother right there.
Yeah, that's my brother. That's why I'm going to say that. And when they go spit that out, because again, the people have said that for so long, for decades. And the thing we're going to say, when they start talking about nations, you know what nations do? Nations produce. They produce products. It's not buying power. And see, they're going to talk about buying power. I'm like, because when they go, that's an awful comparison, but that's convenient for people. And I tell folks, when black people start producing, that's when, because again, they talk about gross national product. That means that you're creating a product, because these that money that they're saying that Caucasians have a greater buying power. But guess what? Caucasians have a lot of the ownership of the production. And so that's why people like Dr. John Henry Clark said that we ain't even producing a safety pin. We start producing a safety pin, then that means that's that economic buying power. Or if it comes down to, if you now are owning land, those are resources right there. But instead, he talking about spending on it. When you talk about all that, that means that coming from public assistance. That means somebody working for somebody else. That again, you're not controlling that. You're not controlling that real wealth. So, but guess what? If those people, the enemies of us, want to not go and take that from us, guess what? That's going to plummet. So they tell we the 8th richest. I'm like, we ain't going to be the 8th richest because now Caucasians have not taken the funds that engine. So, but I think, but they should really, people just be talking about, when they discussing this right here, talk about us now producing and then owning, owning land, owning the production. And so then that way, that's that real wealth, that we producing our own cars. We produce it, because I'm going to say like this, part of production too, just throw it out there now, not just throw it out there, that if you have our black media is producing it. Our black media is producing the news. So that means that now people invest in that, then yeah. But I'm like saying, no, y'all saying, I don't hear them say that type of stuff. I'm like saying, yo, we still at the will of those other people. And so that means that they can still control what's going into your pocket and into your bank account. But they want to snatch it from you, guess what? You can't do that.
Yeah.
Well
said.
I think I understand where you're coming from, but I think that's not what the message that he was trying to relay. I think he was trying to relay your message also, that we need to, at some point, produce. He said that. I don't know whether you heard it. That's why I thought Joe's must be was skipping. But he did say that. We don't produce nothing. We don't sell nothing. And we always buying something from people who don't like us. So it's about status with us for some reason. We always want to show people what we got.
Yeah.
You know, all of us used to be like that. We wanted to drive a Cadillac, or we wanted to wear the best. Who wanted to wear some red bottom shoes? You know, who wanted to wear a $10,000 watch that tell the same time as my $75 watch? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are things. To driving a Rolls Royce when a $300,000 Rolls Royce when the $50,000 car will do.
Yeah.
You know.
So.
How many rooms can you sleep in a 23 bedroom mansion? Can't sleep in but one at a time.
Yeah. So prime example. So who make the most money? Who make most of the money in Savannah, Georgia? Make money down there in Savannah, Georgia.
What do you mean?
Longshoremen. Longshoremen make plenty of money. Right? Okay, so what I'm saying is we rather look good than to do good. Okay, like you say, man, it's always the materialistic shit when it come to us. And you absolutely, if you can take that money that you spend in that $1 million house on and take that money and invest it, and then for them to say Spain and Mexico, that's some crazy numbers. And I'm just not picking on. I'm just saying, period. You know, you got cars, and you got baby mama, and you got 5 homes you taking care of and everything. It's a wake up call. We need to wake up in 2024. We need a wake up call.
All right.
So I'm just throwing out there when we talk to production. It's like the Charleston White analogy that I'm going to say. You have some truth in that, but then you throw out this other stuff, and now I say I gotta go attack that other stuff. Like, yes, I'll turn to talk about production. I'm like, that's what your focus should really be about, production. Saying that we need to be established in producing. But when you go talk that $8 trillion, we're the 8th richest and all that, and criticize people, I'm like saying, yo.
But Jamal, as smart as you are, you're not making no sense.
No, what I am saying.
How you gonna do something if you talking about producing? First, you got to get us together. That's what he's talking about. You missed the whole message. The message is that we're not doing anything together. How can we produce? How can we produce something and we're not together?
I'm gonna let you talk.
That's what I was doing. I don't know why you was trying to talk while I was talking. Bernard, you should have told him.
I was about to tell y'all. I better tell y'all. Y'all can take some of my time. Y'all go ahead and go at it. We like this here one-on-one, Jews and Jesus.
He missed the point. The man was telling us we need to come together.
Play it again.
Because he's telling us that we need to come together. You want to tell him, no, we need to produce something? No, we need to come together to produce something. We got to come together first.
So how we do that, Jew? How we come together?
Bring us on the same damn page.
How we come together?
How you want us to produce something? We producing this because we're producing information and we're together.
Yeah.
We're collectively trying to show people how to do it.
And see, and that's what I was gonna let you know. We do come together. See, baby, true. Because I'm here right now when I should have been gone, but I'm here. That's why. So
we come together.
So when people say we don't come together, I'm saying that's not understand. We do come together.
Yeah.
And so they want to say we don't. So
there you go.
You are absolutely correct.
And to piggyback on that, Jew, my mind thought was this here. I ain't been to 21-21 in all week. And I was going to go to 21 tonight. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be with my brother just in case the other people don't show up. We together.
Well, see, every time we produce something, this is what they do, Bernard.
Cell phone that the cell phone can't do without is what? The microphone. Exactly. Okay, that happens to be one of my contributions to science and technology. I received the National Medal of Technology for my part in inventing the microphone. 98% of all the microphones that are made in the world today are made on the principles that Gerhard Sessler and I taught in the 60s, okay? Granville T. Woods, he's one of my heroes. I found a patent from 1884 on a telephone transmitter. Granville T. Woods sold his patent for his telephone transmitter to A.G. Bell. And this is better known as the carbon microphone. The carbon microphone was the first microphone in the telephone, only to be replaced by what? The electret microphone. So you see, as far as telecommunications is concerned, the very front end of telecommunications, the very front end of entertainment, the microphone, right, really started with a black man and continued by a black man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Produce.
Prime example, man. History, man.
But Bernard, when he came out and he told that his group of friends what he was doing, ain't none of them want to jump on and believe it. You know, ain't none of them want to become rich. They thought he was crazy. You know, I mean, you know, I'm just saying that as an analogy to what I was about to say about Captain Sam and John White. John White, tell you that story when I was young, when he used to tell me the story where he supposed to have been Captain Sam partner.
Yeah.
But he didn't believe that. He thought everybody thought Captain Sam was a fool and was
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
But Captain Sam went on and had 3 boats.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And became rich.
Yeah.
You know, the government took a bunch of stuff from him, but he became rich. So everybody said nobody wanted to jump on him because they thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the first captain I ever seen in my whole life was Captain Sam on that boat. I was like, man, you know, and they ain't seen no more since. You know, but they'll find a way to take us down. They'll find a way to take us down, man. And we fall right into it.
Bernard, they can't take us down if we're together. They can't take us down if we find a way to lift us up.
Right.
We got to find a way to lift us up. You by yourself, yeah, but us as a team, because if they take one down, the rest can step up.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Jamar out there, he's a one-man NAACP all by himself. Where the NAACP at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why he got to do it all by himself? Why he got to be the one bringing things to the light?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There got to be other people joining the fight also.
Yeah. And you're absolutely right.
Because I'm from HVJ.
And
yeah, that's
that's how we are. We're warriors. We are warriors.
Yeah. Y'all look at warriors. Y'all look at this one, and we ain't got but two more.
Is called the intelligence map of the world because they tested 116 different human groups and found their DNA series numbers. This was copyrighted in 1996. All right. What it said is this, and this is the mind-blowing part. It said that when they tested the orangutan, they found out he only had 3 DNA series. When they tested the gorilla, they found that the gorilla has 4 DNA series because he's a little smarter than the orangutan. They tested the chimpanzee, which is an ape, and found that he had 5 DNA series. Then they went all into the different races of the world. They went into Europe and tested the DNA series of the English, the French, the German, the Spanish, the Russians, and found they had 6 DNA series. Then they put all of this, what they found from around the world, on a map. And this map really is called the intelligence map of the world because they tested 116 different human groups and found their DNA series numbers. All of them, all over the world, have 6. And they put the numbers in form of a little flag that you can see on this map. These little flags have a color. And they show, oh, this is upside down. I'm sorry. Yeah. And they show that the English have only 6, and it's all into Europe, only 6. Went over into Japan and China, and they only have 6. Over into America, which is predominantly European, and they only have 6. Then they came to Africa, and they came to the part of Africa. Now, all the rest of them, they put in little flag colors. Those flag colors are orange, red, if you notice. But when you came to Africa, found out that the African people have 9 DNA series. From here, just below the Shanghai Empire, down to the foot of Africa. All those 10 nations, of which African Americans descended from one of them. We have 9 DNA series, the greatest possibility of genius in our group. Now, it's answered this age-old question. How can a people survive being told they're nothing for 400 years, never allowed to learn that they came from beautiful cities, and told they came from a jungle? How could a people survive? How can a people become champions in everything they touch? Because they have 9 DNA series, while the rest of the world has only 6. This is why they copyrighted this. And you'll notice on the outside of this, now this map is taken, I took this map right from this page here. And I blew it up so that the world could see it. even though this is copyrighted, I can't let you have this book because it's copyrighted. The title of the book is called Global Patterns of Linkage, Disequilibrium at the CD4 locus.
Hey, that's why we our Black Media Network. We bring history. Y'all better stop sleeping on this program.
Yeah. That's why you're so smart. That's why Jamal's so smart.
Sure,
you see what I'm saying? And it all just has to be produced.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be produced. You have to bring it all up out of you. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring that intellect. You know, we ain't got 9 chromosomes for no reason.
Yeah.
The only people on the earth that has 9.
Yeah.
On the earth that has 9. We just don't manifest all of it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't show it the way that we should. Jamal's an exception, I guess. You know, me, we still back in the day. You know?
We still learn. But
we're trying to get like Jamal.
There you go. We hanging around him. I'm telling you. 6 years ago, I was a damn fool. Now, shit, I feel I'm the smartest damn man in the world now, man. Shit, I'm around greatness. I pick up from that. You know.
We have watched you grow.
Yes, I came a long way, boy. What is it, you?
We watch you grow.
Woo.
Yeah. You have come a long way.
Long way.
From that rascal that used to be on here all the time. Yeah.
Trust me.
Hey. That's what it's all about. Evolving into your better self.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah. All right. I know Bernard don't want to talk about this here, but we ain't got but 2 other things, and we can get out of here early. And so next week we got
we got to go to a break.
We got some hell of a stuff next week, y'all. So y'all be ready.
Chance is saying don't do that. Chance just said Chance said no cut. Chance, he's a producer. Chance said no cut. That's not gonna be allowed.
No, we're gonna do these last ones. I don't know what these last ones, and we're gonna get out of here.
No, and like I said, next week. Cut for next week. Cut for next week.
No, next week we got a whole bunch of stuff that I gotta upload. That delete all this. If I could get that guy to do Ebony's sports report to delete his stuff after, it won't be so tied up. But we're gonna get on to. Okay, this is the reason for Diddy's fall. You know, as much as everybody's talking about him, there was a reason behind the fall. Mm-hmm. Even though all the drastic, crazy stuff was going on, there was a reason behind it. You have to look at that also.
This man is elected. We're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war. But it would also be irresponsible of me to just let this moment go by. The world is watching, and not do everything I can to make sure that going forth that we're a part of the narrative, that we own our politics. And so I'm launching one of the boldest movements that I've ever launched. And it's called Our Black Party. Okay. It's time for us to have our own black political party, unapologetically. Because right now, if you look at the debates, we're not even a part of the conversation.
Not at all.
We're not a part of the conversation. We don't have any political power. We don't have any political leverage. And so we started Our Black Party with some young, fearless black activists, elected officials, and I've stepped up and put the money behind it. This is the biggest threat and the only option that we have right now as far as making a change, taking our own self-responsibility and accountability to be educated and empowered with our vote.
So what's the goal for our Black Party?
Our Black Party is number.
Well, that ain't the main reason, but that and messing with Diego, the largest liquor producing company in the world. It was a number of reasons. And when you get to be sporty and you got a lot of money, and the people that help you get that money, they're going to put you back in your place. And and I believe that it was a combination of a bunch of things that led to his fall, because when they saw an opportunity after certain things were shown that he probably didn't want to be seen, they pounced on it, and that's when they probably pressured people to do that. See, one group that wouldn't want him to do that. Now, the Republicans would love for him to start that party. The Democrats would, because see, that takes away from the Democratic base. So you can't look at, no, they wasn't the rich white Republicans. No, the Democrats would not want him to start that party because you're gonna hurt the Democrat Party.
Yeah.
You know. So it's and who in charge right now? The Democrat.
Yeah.
You know. So you know, it's a lot of things that led to this here, because you when you looking at, you gotta listen to Umar when Umar say all those charges that they're talking about, and all the baby oil and all that, what the hell that got to do with the charges he got? You know, they showing you nothing about the charge. They talking about some baby oil and stuff.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing to do with it. They're trying to defame him and then making you think crazy, and then so that's why I say we got to always report what we see. You know, if he did what he did, then nobody's with him on that. You know, with all the craziness, and he could have been doing more with $1 billion, being a billionaire, a young person with $1 billion that early, when he could do so much more in this community after he exploited all of these people to get there. You know, it's somebody that got $2 billion off of it. It's somebody that got $4 billion off of it. He only had $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? So he just the bottom guy with that type of money.
Yeah.
What you looking over there, Jamal?
I'm listening. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. One thing about I'm gonna say this here. At the end of the day, what he did, right or wrong, I'm just gonna pray for the brother and his family. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pray for him and hope that we all know what happened. We all know. Same thing happened to Bill Cosby. Same thing happened to Michael Jackson. Same thing happened to Prince. Same thing. But my thing is this here. I don't like the words about to come out my mouth is my opinion. I don't like the Breakfast Club. I think the Breakfast Club, I think they're full of shit. They had Kamala Harris on there, right? They had her on there, asked a question. Then all of a sudden, 2 days later, you got a negative commercial coming out with y'all black ass in there about the transgender commercials and all that. But you got on your show, now you doing a commercial added talking bad about her.
But that wasn't them, Bernard. That was Trump using that clip from their show.
Okay, tell me, because a lot of people felt the same way. So they need to straighten that out, because they're making them look double-crossed. You see what I'm saying? It make them look double-crossed. So for them to allow that to happen, that it shouldn't have happened that way. At the end of the day, and that's my opinion when that. And at the end of the day, I didn't like some shit that couple years ago. But that's another story. But at the end of the day, all thing we can do, like Marlon Williams say, yeah, I went to all those parties, but I didn't anticipate and all that. Everybody in Hollywood should be going. If he go to jail, everybody in Hollywood should be going with him. It's just, at the end of the day, when you mess with the wrong white folks, whatever, then this was going to happen, period. So I'm just going to pray for the brother. At the end of the day, what he did is what he did, you know. Oh, that boy.
What? I'm just laughing. Somebody said they agree. Julius hates God and Jesus.
Yeah. Don't worry about you. I got you back, man. I know you love God. Trust me.
You know, question.
Trust me.
Hey. See, I know that there's a God, and I know that they're aliens. See, y'all think that they're aliens, but they're only alien to us. They are the people. You know, We're just here. They put us here.
Yeah,
Jamal,
yeah.
don't say it now.
Yeah, yeah.
True. You know?
Hey.
I don't know why you don't believe.
Yeah. And one thing about us, hey, look at us. We 62 years old, 63, and man, we ain't cracking. Ain't no wrinkles or nothing in our face, man. We look like, I tell people I'm 62, I look 32, I feel like I'm 22, and then honey make me feel like I'm a strong man. That's my commercial. That's my commercial.
And with anything good, there's always some other stuff that we're gonna play the last video so I can delete it after I'm finished, and then that'll be it. This is Jaguar Wright. Jaguar was privy to a lot of stuff. She was right there seeing everything.
He's on the show losing it right now. He's losing it. He's losing it. Okay, y'all in town now. Okay. All right.
Oh Lord, that's Fritz.
Yeah, he's losing it. He's going crazy.
That's Fritz. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell Fritz you have lunch Friday.
I'll hit you back.
Here go the last one.
He's got everybody on tape. They all know it. It's a mess.
For those who were never at these freak-off parties, what were they like?
See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience. I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world and the sex world and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz. The sex workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day have worn hidden cameras. I have my own tapes. I've seen what they do. The ritualistic behaviors, the drugging, putting girls in the suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying. And it's all done under the protection of this is going to be paid off. There's another NDA. This is going to be, it's terrible.
It seems to have been something that a lot of people knew about, but people were simply too scared to talk about.
Everyone knows. And every person that's sitting there trying to act surprised knows very well. The whole point of this, like Cat Williams said when he sat with Shay Shay earlier this year, the whole point of this is for them in a coordinated effort to pretend like none of it is real for the public's perception. But everyone knows what's going on, and it's been going on for years. It's been going on before Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
See, people keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making ditties. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further, the mentors of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically. And Clyde Davis has been his greatest teacher.
Mm-hmm. Say it again, sister.
Nah, she said what you said.
I said what I'm telling you. Y'all think I'm crazy, man. I got some good sense, man. I learned from y'all. Hey, I'm telling you right now, shit that come out of our black media is facts. It's real. Clyde Davis, and we talking about Barry Gordy and Quincy Jones and Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner was the first one. Clyde, P. Diddy just picked up. And then there's gonna be another P. Diddy. And there's gonna be another P. Diddy. And there's gonna be another. Trust me. It's just that he mess with. Trust me. What's the guy name who say he got hang himself in, but that didn't happen? You talking about these islands? Yeah, trust me. Trump, all of them are with this. Just don't put that all this can't happen just for P. Diddy. He was groomed, Clyde Davis groomed him to be who he is right now. And now y'all say, oh, Diddy was a bad. No, all of them was a damn bad person. All of them ones who allowed, what his name is in jail now? What his name? R. Kelly. Y'all allow y'all kids to be with that man. Now when the money done ran out, now y'all got something to say. You know. All I'm saying is, black people, if you're a billionaire, don't let your money run out. Because if you let your money run out, then that means they ain't got no use for you no damn more. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, take care of your money, bro.
All right. Jamal, you got anything?
Well, you know, Jaguar also went and talked about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to go issue an apology with regards to that. So that's what, you know, she went and talked about Jay-Z.
Right.
So
well, she didn't issue an apology.
Right, Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan did.
Right, so I'm just saying, so, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You
but I guarantee you, they went after Piers Morgan. They're not going to go after Jaguar.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because she know all the secrets.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go after somebody who know everything about you.
Yeah.
You go after somebody who's putting them on a platform so you can stop the platform from showing it.
Yeah.
But they ain't going after Jaguar. Jaguar got tapes. She got video. She got everything on them. She wasn't stupid. She was making it. You know?
I need to see them before I go and make comments like that. I need to see
them. You will.
Yeah.
You will. As soon as you, one night when you with your girlfriend, mama, baby mama, sucking toes.
You on tape. You on tape, man. Yeah. You on tape.
I don't suck toes.
Yeah. No, that's my job. I do a damn good job with them. Hey, I got tapes of myself. I keep my shit.
Before we go, I'm gonna give closing thoughts. And y'all know it's the weekly. Every Wednesday, the closing thoughts before we go. We got 1-2 minutes left. We go. Be comfortable with waiting a little longer for the things you deserve. Sometimes you have to close a chapter you never wanted to end. Truth is like surgery. It hurts, but it heals. A lie is like a painkiller. It gives instant relief, but has side effects forever. Don't keep carrying things that make you feel heavy. Learn to let go. Always pick peace over drama and distance over disrespect. We cannot overcome the last chapter of our life until we stop putting energy into it. Each chapter is a different level of wisdom, a new beginning, and more lessons learned. Each chapter starts as a gift unopened. Don't forget to open yours. Sometimes happiness looks like staying home, minding your business, telling people no, and doing you. Be thankful for yesterday and be grateful for today. Those are the closing inspirational thoughts from our Black media. All right.
Amen.
All right. We will see y'all on the other end. And Ebony Sports Report is tomorrow at 8 o'clock, Jamal.
Yes. May God save us and prevent Julius Hall from his slanderous defamation that will go on next week.
Bye. All right. See y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.
I want to thank y'all. We appreciate it for tuning in. All the people out there. I am the one and only America After Dark. I'm going to make America great again. Hey, thank y'all. Peace, love, and happiness. Tune in. I'm out of here.